Alright, I'm gonna try this again. I've done retakes with this already, and um yeah, I don't, this is unscripted. It's an unscripted yap sesh about my Hound build. It's unscripted because I work too much. I run a gas station. I can't be doing all that. So, by the way, I was testing it on a Kubro. It doesn't work as well on a Kubro, even though you can use Hunter Command. It doesn't work that well because of a funny synergy between Manifold Bond and Synergized Prospectus if you have AoE on it. So like Blast, you could also you couldn't go gas actually. So yeah, Blast Electric would be your best bet, and then instead of Magnetic, you could like go with like, I don't know if Heat will, okay, yeah, no, Heat's already in there for Blast, that's right. Yeah, you could go like Radiation or something, I guess, but Magnetic is just better for clearing out overguarded units too. But anyways, it's a synergy between these because what Manifold Bond is, mods apply status effects from companion weapons. Killing enemies with 3 or more unique status effects reduces companion ability cooldown by 3 seconds. Synergized Prospectus deals electric without this, but with this, it deals blast, electric, and magnetic. Tenacious Bond, I mean, it's not really important unless you're, you know, going for the crit chance, because you're going to want a frame like Nyx or Sight, Dante, Caliban with his Semulus specifically. Cora if you're using Pack Leader on it, because you can do that. Let's see. Wisp would also be a good one with the shock mote. Varuna, basically any frame that can keep it alive. But yeah, I use Nyx because it can pretty much completely keep it alive, just indefinitely. It just doesn't die. As long as I have Assimilate active, which is with 175% efficiency, as you can imagine, is quite often. You need a primer to prime the enemies for the Hound, because the Hound is using Condition Overload and Prime Pressure Point. You can swap this for Berserker Fury if you want. That is entirely up to you. I would recommend Galvanized Elementalist. That status damage is going to be very, very good for the Hound. I'm actually not entirely sure if they can do this, but I'm fairly sure they can. I'll have to watch my all my things in the top right, but I'm pretty sure they can. If not, I mean, this will also work just as well. Especially if you're running something like you say swap this out for this, and then you throw in melee prowess in here. Yeah, I don't have the space because it's only rank 12, but yeah, you could throw melee prowess in there, and then boom. Let's see. I just like Galvanized Elementalist. For the Hound build, obviously, yeah, Contagious Bond. Vicious Bond is optional, but it's nice. Repo Audit, I really like for the survivability of the Hound, plus more crowd control. Manifold Bond is necessary for the build. Synergized Prospectus and Contagious Bond, all necessary for the build. I mean, this is my Compressa build. This is what I'm using as a primer. I can actually let me show the new core, because change up those colors, those are awful, because of these are all really outdated names. Don't look at these at all. Is this the right one? Yeah, it is. So this is actually, I haven't really tried it with the new core much, but in theory I think it'll be much better with a punch through build. that's exclusively for status priming, especially if you have secondary innervate. Just because the compressor is more single target.
Their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke
Yeah. If I miss anything, I mean, just shit. Sorry. We pop breach surge on him. Yep. Okay, so yeah, definitely more consistent with a new core. I will say that. Like, but oh my goodness. Oh yeah. So yeah. Secondary cucumber. You want it. It's the best arcane for any secondary primer. Let me prime him up for you. Oh, okay. He's just committing war crimes down there now. Okay. Can you come commit war crimes in front of me, please? Please? Thank you. But yeah, it's quite silly. I'm also gonna show off my Tenet Tetra because it's underrated weapon. I think it's multiplicative. Keep hearing that it's multiplicative. But when I check the chart, it says it's not. But the numbers kind of also don't. Like the numbers also kind of show it being multiplicative. So I don't know. If anybody knows for sure, please let me know. But I really love this gun regardless. I do have a pretty juicy ribbon for it that I unpacked out of a box. I have rolled it a few times since then, but I've stuck with the first one that I got. Yeah, as you can see, this guy is gonna be just clearing out quite a bit of enemies for me. Let me actually go down here. Let him cleared out down here a little. Come on. Please? Please?
Life support on the way.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. It's not the most, you know, effective crowd clearing at all, but it's nice, especially if you're using like a gun that has, you know, multiplicative condition overload or something. Just because you're gonna be priming a lot anyways regardless. Even though most of the time you're using the compressor, and the compressor is not going to be nearly as consistent as something like this. But the option is for sure there. Oh, my child. Murder. Yep. Yeah, the room clear is not too shabby on it with the right build. Yeah. I actually need to break in my, or try out my Tetra against Vor. So we'll see how this does. I need to charge up my Okina really quick. I really love this thing because it's just more combo. Got a big head, Vor. Where you? Oh, hey. Okay, so for some reason, Dude. No, we don't. We're not doing that. I know exactly what you were trying to do. Okay, yeah, so Tetra might actually not be multiplicative. But... oh yeah, Nyx is kind of ridiculous.
Our operative
Of course.
in progress. This will help our cause. When you
Everybody knows this. We love Nyx. But yeah, that's the Hound build. I'll show my Nyx build if anybody's interested in that. I have a few different Nyx builds, but I'm just gonna show my Breach Surge for now because that's the one that I use a lot. It's the only really important one. There is a Nourish one, but it's like pretty self-explanatory which one is gonna be the Nourish Subsume. You could also Subsume over her 4 if you want a more active playstyle. I just, whenever I'm playing Nyx, you know, I'm not wanting an active playstyle. Oh, I'm trying to crowd control and chill. But yeah, Breach Surge, this is the build. For shards, I do have this, and it is exclusively for... where is it? Is it this one? No. There's one in Karnan. Can't remember which one it is now. Shit. Is it the... okay, yeah. With energy max over 700, increase base crit damage multiplier by 0.5x. It's kind of just... I mean, it's just... the only reason to really pick it is because it has, you know, more base damage, but it also, that 0.5 crit multiplier is not bad. But it's just kind of something I do on just because of that. Nyx is kind of somebody I use a lot. The Cyanyx, I'm gonna do a build on this thing soon. It will not be Rivenless, just because the projectile speed on it is too fast for the homing in this game, because homing projectiles they work better whenever they have slower projectile speed. Just so because of that, I will be re-rolling this Riven to try to get negative projectile speed. That will be kind of mandatory for this thing. But yeah, it's multiplicative and it's homing, and it has innate gas. Like, it's just like a dream come true for me for a status weapon. But yeah, that's the Hound build. I'll show the mods one more time. It's not super consistent. It's not meta by any means. Diriga is generally going to be a better utility for you. However, this is just a funny little setup, you know. It'll clear a room for you with the right setup. Let me show the new core build. It's Rivenless. You don't have to worry about, actually, oh no, this is the build. Barrel diffusion, obviously multi-shot, status chance, seeker for punch through. This just to weight the heat a little bit higher for gas. Yeah, this. I think that's where I messed up. Yeah, that's where I messed up. This is supposed to be viral heat, but I mean, regardless. As long as it's a different status proc than the ones over here, you're gonna be fine, which is kind of why I built it for electric, magnetic, and blast. because that's just more status effects for your hound to scale the condition overload off of. Yeah. It's kind of crazy, kind of funny. Probably not great, but that's my hound build.